Hey folks, since in the last session what we have done is we have found all the unique questions, which is all about 537933, which is a count associated to my unique questions. On the other hand, these are nothing but these are all the questions that got repeated at least once. And of course, we have also found that single question that got repeated maximum time, which is all about having a question ID as 2559. That's what we have done, especially in the previous session. So in this session, our fun challenge is all about, hey, can you plot the repeated and unique questions? Hey, can you do this? So from the last session, what we have found is this is the unique count, and of course this one is the repeated count. I can say cool, let's try to create a bar plot. I will say it is all about nothing but my, let's say this is a count with respect to unique. I will say this is with respect to unique, and let's say this is with respect to the repeated ones, at least repeated ones. I will say it is all about repeated questions. So in general, we need such type of visualization so that we can showcase this one to our stakeholders. So let's try to code up all the stuffs. So if I will say SNS dot bar plot, and the moment I will press shift plus tab, now you need data as X and as Y. These are the most important parameters that you have to take care. So I will say X comma Y, but what exactly is your X and what exactly is your Y? This is the main parameter that you have to take care. So I will say X is all about our labels that we have to showcase on top of our pie chart, or that we have to showcase, of course, with respect to x-axis. I will say it is all about the first is exactly my unique questions, and the second one is exactly my repeated questions. So I will say it is all about repeated underscore questions. Now here comes the interesting thing. What can be the Y? So the Y is all about the first is exactly my unique QS. I will say it is all about unique QS, and the second is all about nothing but QS underscore more than underscore one time. I will say it is all about this. The moment I will execute this line of code, you will end up getting such an amazing bar chart. It says, hey, this is the count with respect to my unique, and this orange curve basically tends that, hey, you have less count with respect to the unique question. That's what it stands for. So let's go ahead with respect to the last problem statement that is all about, hey, can check the duplicate values. It means I basically need data as, imagine one feature as QID1, the second feature let's say is QID2, and the third feature let's say as is duplicate. Imagine I just need three features, let's say this one, and of course let's say one of the question ID 1 let's say as 1, and of course over here I have let's say some combination 2, 3, 4, so on, and let's say with respect to QID 2 and 2, 2, 2, and of course I have all the combination, let's say 1, 4, 7, 9, and lots of so on. And of course I have all the is duplicate, let's say if it is 1, and let's say 1, and so on. It means the moment is duplicate is 1, it means they are similar. So in a nutshell, I have to come up with such type of data. If I can come up with such type of data, our task is done. So let's try to code up all the stuff, of course using Python programming. So what I will do is I will say cool, let me say df.columns. Let me cross check all the column names. You can see we have all these columns. Again, we just need QID1, QID2, these two features. Along with that, we need one more feature which is all about is underscore duplicate. Let me show you that. I will say two features are these, and the last one is all about is underscore duplicate. Let me execute this line of code. This is the data that we have. Now we need to just group our data. First and foremost, we need to group our data considering both the feature QID1 and QID2. I will say just group it considering both the features. just group it. The moment I will execute, you will end up getting some group by object. This is typically the address that we have, and this is all about our group by object at this particular location. So on top of this, if I can think of calling just count function just to obtain the count, the moment I will execute this line of code, you will end up getting such an amazing stats. So this is nothing but my pair duplicates. Let me store in, let's say, pair underscore duplicates. Let me execute. And if I will say, can you print that pair duplicates? Let me print it. So this is typically my pair duplicate. It means if I have question ID 1 and if I have question ID 2 as 2, of course, they are similar. If I have question ID 3 and if I have question ID 4, of course, they are similar. That's what in a nutshell it stands for. So that's all about this session, and if you guys have any issues regarding this session, feel free to share with us via the Q&A of the course. That's all about it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep learning, keep growing, keep practicing.